Third one here, and this is big. It's so big without realizing how big it is in terms of it's just as simple to do it as it is not to do it. And it's why one of my favorite two books, actually, because they're both based on exactly the same principle. One is The Compound Effect, and the other one is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And both of them work on the premise that it's just as easy to do something as it's not to do something. Like I can put consistent reps into not showing up, and I can put consistent reps into showing up. And depending on where I'm putting my repetitions will depend on my outcomes and my results. And I love this because it allows us to, when we end up where we want to end up, or we end up where we don't want to end up, we then gain perspective on what we did and didn't do. But the trick is you won't see that perspective until you end up at a place that you can measure. And for some of you, that's a catalyst. You're overweight, you're unhappy, your relationship has exploded, you are financially bankrupt, you have a health scare, but you didn't realize that all of those stupid little actions that you did and didn't take along the way is what led you to that point. But you didn't see them because they were small. They weren't little Mack trucks hitting you. They were little speed bumps along the way of the road. They didn't smack you hard enough to make you stop it and realize what's going on. And the same is true when I do the things that people don't see consistently. I show up over time and suddenly you see that hockey stick effect. And somebody's gone from being relatively unknown or relatively unsuccessful or relatively not as financially wealthy. And suddenly, bang, they're like up here and you're like, damn, how did that person go from there to there so quickly? But they didn't. They'd been working on this in the background until now they've gained momentum. Now they're seeing the effect of that hard labor of showing in and day out when no one was watching, when no one was helping, when no one was patting them on the back. They showed up. And this is the key to point number 3 here is being willing to rep it out.